This is kind of a cool spot. Just want to turn the camera on and show you all a couple things. It's obviously real early in the morning there. And right here, you can see that's a deer track. And we turn around, and right above the truck there's a hunting stand. So somebody definitely comes out here and gets some game. But anyways, the truck is mildly stuck in some mud. It's really not that bad, but it's gonna be best to spin the tires to get her out of here. And this would be one of those scenarios. That truck has a rear diff lock. This would be one of those scenarios where it'd be nice to use that rear diff lock in high range. Toyota, make that possible in the new truck, please. So real quick, there's 3 things I want to unpack here and make sure that we understand. 1, why do we need to spin tires in mud? 2, what is a differential lock? What am I talking about? And 3, why do we need this differential lock in high range? I'm sorry, I guess I should introduce myself. I'm Jay, you're watching Jay Designs. And normally on this channel, I try to cover engineering things. I do builds for my truck and other builds like that. So I hope you enjoy. Now let's get back to explaining why we need to spin tires in mud. Tread blocks of your tire, which are actually biting into the earth and propelling the vehicles forward, get clogged with mud. Now, why you need to spin your tires in mud is because as the tire is spinning faster and faster, you get a lot of built up what's called centrifugal force. And as that tire is spinning, the mud that's caked in those tread blocks will get flung off by the centrifugal force. And that allows for the tire, now that it has clear tread blocks, to come around and bite into new mud and continue to propel the truck forward. Okay, so next, what is a differential lock? I got a little Hot Wheels here. This is actually a Hot Wheels of a 96 Tacoma, interestingly enough. We're gonna use that as an example to show why we need differential locks. So normally, when you're driving down the road, rear axle, for example, in this case, loses traction, just one tire will spin. Doesn't matter if you're in 4-wheel drive or not. All 4-wheel drive does is forces one front and one rear to spin at the same time, but you can still get spinning in just one tire, essentially, when you're stuck in the mud. So what a differential lock does is it locks these 2 tires together and forces them to spin together. So if we have a 4-wheel drive truck that also has a differential lock, it will spin one front and 2 rears at all times. Now, putting the 2 concepts of why we need to spin tires and what are differential locks together, why you essentially don't want your differential lock only available in low range is because, again, we need that wheel speed to fling mud off the tires, and we want our differential lock because that's going to force both of our rear tires to spin together. So if we had an available diff lock in high range, we'd have that really high wheel speed and the additional traction from the differential lock. The big downside of this is Toyota just does not allow the differential to be locked in 4-wheel drive high or in 2-wheel drive high. You can only lock that differential in 4-wheel drive low. I really think Toyota should change this. Jeep definitely allows it in high range, and I think Jeep even allows it in high range 2-wheel drive on, I think, the Mojave or something like that. I don't know. Anyways, Toyota should do it. Let's get back to the story now. Normally I'm not about like messing stuff up, but it's just gonna have to spin tires to kind of get out of here. So might as well turn the camera on. So this is either gonna be get it out spinning tires, or it's gonna be a winching operation to turn the truck around. Let's see. So I tried to go forward or backwards there, but tried to go backwards there, but she didn't want to go backwards, so we went forwards. And hopefully we don't snap any axles or anything. Mainly the front ones. Ooh, I just backed into something. Live the wheel another day. Yeah, got the camera a little dirty. Unfortunately, truck's like super dirty. I don't have any water to really wash that off, so that sucks. Probably don't look like much, but it would have sucked. I only can winch forward right now. I do have a remote mount winch in the toolbox on here, but it would have sucked to have to winch that way and then have to turn around again. So it's good that it spun itself out. Anyways, we survived. So I hope you enjoyed that little story. It's definitely nice for me to get out and just enjoy the truck and the scenery. Usually I'm stuck at home building that thing. As you can probably see in the video, it's got a crazy front end conversion. I built that winch plate myself. I built the rock slaters myself. And I'm in the process of building a flatbed for that truck. Usually when I take it to car shows and it has the wing that you see in this video and behind me right there. The wing's also got that sign on it. It's a pretty good showstopper between the wing and the flatbed that I'm building now. Between those two, people are pretty much non-stop taking pictures of the truck when I take it to car shows. It's pretty awesome. So anyways, if you want to see a flatbed build, and oh, by the way, the reason why I'm building a flatbed build is because the truck is going to be getting a camper build soon. And that will be built by yours truly. Also, that camper build's a little ways away, so I got a ton of other video ideals here. Most of those are builds, but some of them are just hanging out, kind of doing other fun stuff. So if you think you'd be interested in any of that, please consider subscribing. If you like the video, then, you know, like it. And if you got any questions whatsoever about the truck build, about the camper build, about the meaning of life, or anything else, leave them down below. I'm more than happy to answer them for you. With that, thank you for watching. I'm Jay, and you've been watching Jay Designs.
Woo! Love that.